Hi, welcome back to the Overtime Chatter. I'm here today to recap with you Real Housewives of New Jersey. I always gotta close my eyes. Real Housewives of New Jersey, um, season 13, episode 9. I think it's the episode's entitled Coffee Talk. Okay, I'm gonna mess around with this too. It's just the episodes ain't grabbing me. Just little parts of the episodes are interesting me. It's just not like I want to sit there and watch the whole shit. It's maybe 6 seconds at a time. It's grabbing me. What I can tell you that I surely remember is last week at Pizzagate, everybody is arguing just in little groups. It's Jackie and Teresa. It's Teresa and Louie. It's Louie and Joe. It's Melissa and Teresa. It was Raquel and Danielle and Margaret and Raquel and Teresa. It's just too much fucking arguing, so I'm still in that. But now we're at the scene with Dolores is at Paulie's house. Paulie got a nice ass house. I don't know, what does he do? This place is nice. He got a grown folks place, house. It's real nice. Well, anyway, she was talking to Paulie. Dolores, I'm sorry. Oh my God. Dolores was talking to Polly, and she was saying how Frank was crying, how he was so upset that, she didn't stay at his shore house with him. He's just really having a hard time with it. And Polly is sitting around saying, I don't give a fuck if he having a hard time with it or not. What he used to having with you, he don't have no more. He need to move on. So then Dolores comes and said, well, Polly has an ex-wife. They shared 2 sons in common, and they have a close relationship. But I don't ever see Polly's wife hanging with you and Dolores. I don't ever see Polly's wife hanging with Polly and Dolores. But you good to see Polly, Dolores, and Frankie. So anyway, Frank just had to feel the way that he feel. You did some shit. We could still be. I mean, y'all still cool, but she don't need you like that. And if I was her, I stop talking about the shit. I just be like, whatever. Yeah. But I do want to say this, Paulie, why you don't be with Dolores? Every time you turn around, something wrong with you. And then you got to think too, Paulie, you be having shit like heart surgery. I'm not going on vacation with my friends to no fucking hula party if some man I care about is, he got something wrong with his ticket. I won't give a fuck if that motherfucker, he tell me to go or not. Because if I went, I don't think I would have a good time. I think I would worry the shit out of him if I was at a party and he was back here trying to have surgery. But anyway, I don't know what his recuperation time is, but he ain't never around, and I don't think he's gonna be around. And I don't think Dolores kids really like Polly that much either. So anyway, Dolores is also talking to Polly about. He's also talking to Polly about Jen stopping her, saying that they're gonna have lunch together. And I think the reason why they really want to have lunch is that fucking Jackie. When Jackie had a full, whatever the fuck they got on New Jersey, what New Jersey hold apples, submarine sandwiches. I don't know what fuck the pizzas. Well, whenever she had her full-time thing, she wasn't this active. Now that she ain't nothing but a friend, she know how to start some shit, then go about her business. Well, anyway, Dolores is telling Polly that that they're gonna meet up together and have lunch. Okay. Then it pains to Raquel in her house with her husband John. And I don't know, the little girl, the boo bag, she was talking about the little girl starting school and how her and her husband handle business, that she like straight A perfection to the end, and that he pulled his shit out of his ass. And I have been both, and they both work sometimes. So sometimes no matter how hard you playing or for some shit to go out, whenever you gotta depend on other people, it may not work out how you want to, and then sometimes pulling that shit out your ass work better. So I'm with both of them. Anyway, she's saying the little girl is Janella. They call her Janelle. I guess she's 2. She's book bag bigger than her. I'm like, when's she going to fucking school? You putting out like that, in kindergarten is like 5th grade, right? No, it's 5 years old. She 2. You get her book bag monogram 3 years out. I don't know, maybe she's going to preschool or some shit. Well, anyway, she got a housekeeper. She's got a housekeeper. So they doing okay with their little pizza business and whatever business, and they just do a bunch of businesses. They have multiple streams of income. So that's good for them. Okay, and she started some bullshit. Maybe like two seasons, two not seasons back, two episodes back, when she talked about shit. The baby still got the fucking afterbirth on it. The one that she had, the little girl, and then she talking to her husband about having another baby. And he ain't down with that. And I don't blame him. Who the fuck want to be? People be doing the weirdest shit to me. We'll get on that in a minute. Well, anyway, I think she needs a storyline, but the having the baby shit ain't gonna work because the husband ain't down with it. Neither is the son that's 15 years old. They like, we got plenty of babies around this motherfucker now. We don't need no kids. Find you something to do. So what she has found to do is now she wants to adopt her stepson. What's his name? I want to say Jason. I want to say Jason. Well, she want to adopt her stepson and he's 15. Now, first of all, when they sitting there talking about this shit in front of the housekeeper, I think it's important that they go to the little boy. Because 15, he'd be out of the house in what, three and a half years? He most likely. You need to go ask him if he wants you to adopt him as his damn mama. That would be the first thing I would do. And, why are you doing it? Because you need a storyline? Because you've been loving him just fine so from where he at. And apparently the mother ain't around, so you've been making calling all kinds of shots and shit without her approval. So what is it? It reads to me storyline. If you're really digging and you care about him, then good. One of my sons, I can't really say adopted. Well, I will say he did adopt him. My son is adopted. The oldest one from my first husband passed away. His father died, and when he still was an infant, and I guess when he got about 3 or 4, my new husband, my husband then adopted my son, and it really do matter. But when we did it, my son was like little. He was like 3 or 4 years old. And we knew we wanted to have other kids, and we didn't want to be fucking with the questions, like, how come his when I would have, if God would bless me with other children, I didn't want the kids to sit around saying, well, my name is this name and your name is this name. How come it's this? So I just didn't want to hear that shit. And I want him to feel as if when we did grow a family that we all had the same fucking last name. So that's why we did it. But had he been 15 to 16, he probably would not have done it. It'd probably been okay. I don't know. I just think when you and your husband sit around here spitting his shit out, you should ask that little boy when he come home. And then, why is people not embracing that? Like, when your kids get, I'm kind of like, I heard what's this comedian named Hurricane say, when your kids get a certain age and you've been the best parent that you can be, it is time. It is time to put that damn parent shit down. I'm no longer your parent. I'm an advisor. I give advice. Because you're going to do that, the kids going to do what the hell they want to do anyway. So, anyway, with that, I just think she probably pushing it too far. So, anyway, I'm talking about her ass. So, anyway, Jen and Dolores meet up at a little place. And they order some lunch, and it looked like it's going to be good. And so they get to talking, and Jennifer still on that same shit. She's like being a hamster. She just don't come off that damn wheels. Because of Margaret. And I thought you would empathize with me, Dolores, because when you was married to Frank, that's the reason why I got divorced, because this is infidelity. You is fucking mad at the wrong people. You supposed to be mad at Bill. And because you wanted to keep your shit, that's the thing, that's why you ain't supposed to fuck around, because somebody gonna say something. Somebody gonna tell something. Just get over that. And you staying with your husband, so why do you just keep beating a dead horse? And I don't like when Dolores said this, not then. Yeah. It's just, you know what? It's some women, it's just too hard to be their fucking friend. You know what I'm saying? You just be like, that. Some of them just too And I believe that Jennifer Aiden is one of them. She just it's just too much to be her friend. And I'm a grown ass woman. I'm gonna be friends with who I want to be friends with. I'm gonna talk to who I want to talk to. And I'm not gonna be nasty, but I'm not gonna like she like the side shit. You know, like I don't like to keep a lot of shit. All this y'all on TV, living life, eating good food, traveling. Y'all got boat houses, all type of shit. This what y'all want to do with y'all time. Somebody come switch places with me. Come, somebody sit their ass over here. I come in New Jersey and I'll knock all this shit out. I'll be like, what's the other one from New Jersey? The older one, Caroline. I'll be one of them. So anyway, um, the Jim wants to hold a tea reading, cup reading, something where they read your leaves and shit in the cup after you finish drinking it. But she doesn't want to do it at her house because she don't want Margaret at her house. So Dolores, I am so sorry. Dolores and her team up, they can use Dolores' house, which we're not using Dolores' house, we're using Polly's house. That's what his house look like. He just doing some shit. He got a nice house. So anyway, they're at the party and everything is going okay at first. Everybody talking and reading, and then the lady said at the table she started asking for the teacups, right, to read everybody's shit, and I don't know where I got these papers. I don't know what the hell I got the papers for. So anyway, they at the tea party. All the ladies come to Polly's house and they all like it. They say how sexy it is, and then Melissa talks about her place too. Like, you know, she was ready not to have the white picket fence kind of house, the sleek, sexy adult kind of like house, which is something else I wanted to get on too. I'm like, why are you building these big ass massive houses at the ages that your kids are, and they'll be leaving? You just gonna have a big ass house with just you and your husband in it. I don't know. Maybe because as I've matured, all that shit I don't want no more. I just want to be in the middle of the woods in a tiny house where ain't nobody fucking with me in the middle of nature. And I see all this opulence and, you know, all this shit that people buying and cathedral ceilings and the fucking heat go over to. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it is with me. I think I just material shit. I'm becoming more practical and not so much material. So anyway, bringing to that, we go to Melissa's house and her daughter's shower is bigger than hers, and he's just showing her around how massive and you know the ceilings, and she's got chandeliers and all that type of stuff. And then they get talking about the party from before, how after they left, Louis had a breakdown. He was crying in somebody's arms about how the pain he feel from the relationship with his in-laws and Teresa brother and Melissa. How it just break him down, just make him want to go on the phone and call his sisters and shit. He too much. He too extra. He like TV too. I'm just gonna say. So I'm kind of like what Louis said. He kind of fake as fuck. You know what I'm saying? You extra. Yeah. And I mean, I don't like a sensitive man, but not that fucking sensitive. So anyway, before Danielle goes to the party, she's talking to Teresa and telling her how mad she got and how everybody made her leave. And as big as she is at her age, don't she know that can't nobody make her do shit that she left because she couldn't handle the heat. All that shit she's sitting there about to talk at this table to them is the shit she should have said before she left, but she didn't. So anyway, Teresa's like, yeah, yeah. Um, when Louis went to get the number to call Melissa's mom to invite her to the wedding, she couldn't get the number. And there's a whole bunch of shit. I'd be glad when she get married. And I don't know why they keep talking to each other. If you cannot get along, then you just can't get along. I ain't gonna put up with all that shit. It's too. It takes so much more energy. You know, so anyway, they at the party and everything's cool and they're sitting around trying to fit in. They sitting around because nobody knows how to What is that? No, nobody said anything, but Melissa wants to know. Is that for you, Farad? Farad?